looking at an artist rendering of a proposed 47-story skyscraper at 17th in California. It's going to dwarf the cash register. We're looking at an artist rendering of a proposed 47-story skyscraper.
Yeah, they're talking about that, putting that in downtown there.
We used to have antennas on top of that, the CenturyLink building down there.
Oh, really?
If we have to take our repeater down off of Squaw Mountain, maybe we can mount it up there.
What is it, Metahay now is the name?
Yeah, there was a name change. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we'll have more people join in here soon. Might just be a quiet night, we'll see.
Yeah, normally the overachievers I hear about a quarter till. It's kind of slow tonight.
Well, I guess I can play some things while we're waiting here. Let's see.
We should have a W0TX qualifying run at 5 words per minute or something to play during the...
Yeah.
That would definitely put me to sleep. Let's bump it up a bit.
Yeah, but you're like one of the kids that knows how to write cursive. Nobody else does.
The launch trailer for the Artemis 1 rollout here.
Through Artemis, the twin sister of Apollo, we are returning to the moon. Artemis 1 will be the first flight test of each of these components. United together, this is the first of Artemis's arrows, capable of ushering in the next chapter of human lunar exploration. With each component playing its part in a grander effort, we, the people of the Artemis generation, all around this beautiful world, will bear witness to what we are capable of. Together, we are going back to the moon.
So pretty cool stuff there. I think they're it's on the launch pad now, I think. Yeah, first rollout of
I think it went today, didn't it? I saw, or something went today from Artemis.
Yeah. Looks like it's tomorrow. Okay, first rollout is tomorrow. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff there. What else? Let's see. Rocky Mountain Ham Radio has plenty of stuff on their YouTube we talk about all the time. They had some recent presentations. WinLink, SDR, RMS Tri-Mode, a lot of transmission stuff. So a lot of presentations here, it looks like. So if you missed those, yeah, check those out on their YouTube page here.
various things. So when you connect to an RMS, 9 times out of 10, you're actually going to be talking to a BBQ station in the background. So it's basically, it acts as an access point for all of these different kind of modes. But it doesn't just have to be a way of connecting to, for example, WinLink. It can also just be a way of transferring messages from one station to the other. So here.
So yeah, it looks like a 42-minute presentation there on transmission BBQ. Really, what is that? Just let's define that here real quick. Maybe. I guess he probably explains it quite well in the presentation there. Yeah, PPQ32 looks like another kind of alternative version to maybe TCP/IP, just another transmission mode. It looks like here. Let's see if anybody else has joined here. Still just a few people. Don't hesitate to jump in if you guys have anything. Hopefully once we get some more people, we'll have a little bit more conversation here. Speaking of BBSs, it reminded me of an article about the WELL. It's the Whole Earth Electronic Link. It's one of the oldest continuous operated communities, launched in '95. And it was one of the early BBS systems as well. So what we use for packet radio is pretty big back then too. This was there was a lot of people spun from this. I think Craigslist's Craig Newmark joined it, and there was a lot of early heyday within it. So really cool stuff there. The WELL, if you've not checked that out. Let's see, I know last week or last Learning Net, we had some pretty good conversations. Let's see here. What were we talking about? We definitely talked about as mentioned on the W0TX webpage, the Forest Service annual proposal. So go and make a comment on that. That was a pretty big discussion on that. And yeah. What else? Looking at a circuit garden here. Artist Kelly Heaton. Interesting combination of electronics and circuit art. Pretty cool stuff there. This is from the Adafruit Industries YouTube page. If you're not aware of them, they're an electronics distributor, manufacturer, kit builder manufacturer, and they have a pretty cool YouTube presence run by Lemor Fried, excuse me, caused by the name of a Lady Ada. Pretty cool stuff there. Some 3D printing stuff here. Yep, if you have a 3D printer, there's plenty of stuff out there you can do. So, what else? I have some news stories, but I'll try to save those for when there's a couple more people here. But this is the DRC Elmer session. If anybody has any comments or questions, let us know. Otherwise, I'll just keep bringing some things up here. What else? Probably bring this one up again here, but obviously with all the recent events going on, there's some really interesting cyber warfare and pretty cool stuff to check into. Some article titled Mapping GPS GNSS Interface Through ADS-B Data. Over on Twitter, John Wiseman has been using the aggregated data to provided by some of these sites to highlight regions where ADS-B, and ADS-B, if you're not aware, is the next generation of flight awareness and surveillance. It's automatic dependent surveillance broadcast. And it broadcasts some height, all sorts of stuff for more awareness for pilots, see or be seen, things like that. They've highlighted regions where this data is inaccurate, or GPS data more specifically, detecting regions of GPS interference are jamming. Latest findings, they found extreme GPS inaccuracy around Baltic regions, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Kaliningrad. So we have the technology, and people are definitely keen to investigate on their own, so pretty neat stuff there. Let's see a little bit further on that. There was a NOTAM, a notice of I forget what these stands for. Notice containing information.
Notice to airmen. Notice to airmen.
That's right. Regions where you cannot fly, and so these are put out by the FAA. One of these is GPS interference detected in eastern parts of Helsinki, affected area sector, and then some more information here. So we're definitely in a new day and age of warfare, for sure. I can really I think we all hope best for everyone here. So we'll see. What else? If anybody has anything, don't hesitate to jump in. I'm surprised more people haven't joined yet this evening. We do have about 45 minutes or so. If anybody has any comments, questions, anything you want to bring up, any projects you're working on, any show and tell, let me know.
Darren, this is Jim.
Yeah, hey Jim.
Am I sounding okay, or am I popping the mic?
No, you're just fine. Smooth.
Okay. I got a new gadget to kind of play with here, and it's been kind of fun so far. I just got it.
Cool.
But just in light of everything going on, I was thinking I needed some backup power. So it's the thing's got a 60 amp hour battery in it, and it's got AC out, regular 110 outlet. It's got a 12 volt supply, and then cell phone supplies. So
is it like a diesel generator or a backup battery, or what is it?
it's like a big backup battery.
Oh, okay.
And then they can get a solar panel to charge it, or charge it off a generator, or charge it off of their AC. So it's kind of versatile. So kind of looking forward to digging into that a little bit and seeing what all it's going to do. But it's looking, it provides clean power.
Do you know the make or model or anything?
Say again?
The make or model or manufacturer or anything?
It's Jackery is
Oh, okay.
the manufacturer, and that's just jackery.com. But they were making the real little ones for cell phone backups, just a little lithium, is 7,000 milliamp hour.
Gotcha.
things. But yeah, that's it. And then but the thing I liked about it, I was looking at generators too, without learning that generators don't necessarily provide clean enough power to run sensitive electronic stuff. And that's kind of what I wanted it for. And then I think I kind of learned that you can plug a UPS into a generator, but if the UPS doesn't sense good enough power, it'll kind of fight with the generator and then just switch to battery and stay on battery, and end up losing
that's
UPS
interesting.
after a while. So,
Who'd you buy it through, Jim? I've been seeing these ads on Facebook for like $99 for these things, and I assume they're scams. But who'd you buy yours through?
I got it from Jackery.
Oh, direct. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So additional power. That's always fun stuff to play around with. Yeah.
So I'm gonna hook it up to the radio for Wednesday night and see how it does. I don't know if it's gonna. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is the grounding on it, because it's a totally plastic box, so there's no extra grounding lug or anything. So
Okay.
we'll just hook it up to the radio, and then of course the radio and the antennas are hooked to my shack grounding. So hopefully the won't have a buzz or hum on it or anything. So we'll get a signal report Wednesday night running on the generator.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's always good to have that just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, I never know. Man, it's
Yeah.
portable. It's, it weighs about 35 pounds, I think. So you can grab it and go.
Exactly what you need there. Nice. Really cool.
So anyway, that's what I'd be up to.
Cool. And you'll be hooking that, what kind of radio up to that?
Well, I've got an old Yaesu FT8500, and then I've got the newer FT991A. So we'll try them both on there.
Oh, okay.
And I'll try it at the 991A. We'll see what kind of power draw it has at 100 watts, and then we'll see how it does at 25 watts. And I didn't have one of those kilowatt meters, so I had an old appliance extension cord, and I kind of pried apart the wires on it, and so then I got one of those. I don't know what kind of ammeter you call it, magnetic loop ammeter that you hook over the wire, and it tells you what the current draw is. So I've been playing with that, see what different stuff draws, and so we'll see how much power the radio draws when you transmit, when it's on receive, stuff like that. So playing with electricity here,
Yeah.
which in my eyes can be really dangerous.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. Yep. New toys, stuff to play with. That's always fun. Really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Yeah, we have another 40 minutes or so. If anybody has anything, don't hesitate to let us know. Just happened to see this yesterday. A passive repeater, apparently. I didn't know that was a thing, but this question was asked is, what is this metallic structure on top of South Table Mountain in Golden? And apparently it is a passive repeater, something I not had heard of before.
Is it like a reflector from microwave or what?
I think exactly. I think that's what somebody was saying. They are thinking it is a reflector. I thought I had the answer.
Heck of a location.
Yeah.
Heck of a location right next to those high tension power lines.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. Let's see, where's that other?
Maybe part of Excel's control process.
Looks like it is definitely facing that peak over there.
Is that lookout or is that?
They are saying this is where was this exactly? Oh, it's another thing here. They just said top of South Table Mountain.
Yeah, that's probably the big tower on lookout that you're seeing on
Yeah. Okay.
the big digital TV tower up there.
Yeah. I guess just doing a Google of it, yeah, it looks like passive repeater is a thing. I guess just for reflectivity. I didn't realize that makes sense though. Reflective or refractive that assists in closing a microwave or radio link in where places are obstacles in the path for line of sight. So yeah, it's kind of interesting stuff there.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we had someone on one of the Wednesday night nets inquiring about how to deal with static electricity on your dipole antenna and your vertical antennas. So I shot off a note to the ARRL, and really surprised me. They replied right back and gave me a bunch of information on how to deal with it. So I put together a article for the roundtable and fired it off there to the editor. So we'll see if it makes the roundtable here at the first of the month. So hopefully that will give folks a heads up on how to deal with the static electricity on their antennas. I know that I've experienced on my verticals
At
static
gmail.com.
electricity. You'll hear it build up. You just build up, build up, build up, build up, and all of a sudden, pop! It goes, frequency goes clear again. Build up, build up, build up, pop. And I never knew what that was for quite some time. But after I found out what was causing it, I didn't really know how to go about dealing with it. But the ARRL got back with me, and that I'm going to take their suggestion and do an installation there for bleeding off that static electricity so that it does not get into the shack and eliminate that noise. But keep your eyes open for the next roundtable, see if it makes it in there.
Cool. Yeah, I know we were talking a lot about a lot of electricity stuff. There was a lot of lightning and yeah, a lot of different stuff there. So yeah, we'll be on the lookout for the April's version of the round table. Hopefully that makes it in there.
Yeah, this type of electricity, static electricity, is real common in real dry climates. And being here in the high plains desert of eastern Colorado, we are quite susceptible to static electricity in the air. So our antennas are under constant bombardment of the electricity building up in them, in the elements, and particularly in dipoles and vertical antennas. So this will be a way to eliminate that, bleed that off of your antennas before it gets into the shack.
All right. Yeah, very cool stuff there. Yeah, so glad they were able to get back to you so quickly. That's really nice to have a service like that, an organization that'll help like that. Just cool.
Also, I've got a question for the old timers. On HF frequencies, when we put out a call, we say CQ. And some of the newcomers have come back asking why it is when they use CQ on the UHF, VHF frequencies and the repeaters, why they get reprimanded by some of the crusty old timers. So my question is, and I did not have an answer for their inquiry, but for some of the old timers, maybe somebody out there can tell us why. Why is that format used that on the UHF, VHF channels when we go in there and say this is AA0JK monitoring? This is AA0JK calling CQ. And that might be interesting. How that got started. I shot off a note there to the ARRL, and the individual that replied to it didn't have a clue. They sent me
Yeah, I
back
think I think anybody that would reprimand a newcomer for using CQ is
I've heard it.
not a very
I've
good
heard it.
operator themselves.
Yes, yes, yes. I've heard it happen,
Yeah,
and
it's ridiculous.
yeah, and correct them. And if you want to call it correcting them, just protocol on the repeaters and whatnot is such and such. But the answer I got back was a one-liner. Said gave the definition of CQ, and they totally missed my question entirely when I said, why is the difference in the protocol? And they still haven't got an answer for that. So I don't, I've searched around and looked a little bit, and I have never found anything as to when that started and why that protocol is different. But anyhow, just something, to put out there and see if anybody might have an answer.
I would think that the quote old timer is probably a no code tech that may be old, but he or she never operated CQ on or CW on HF or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but this has nothing to their question, doesn't, is not relating to HF. It's when operating on the repeaters and UHF, VHF frequencies, and just really curious of why there is that difference there. But anyhow, the old timers, yeah, consider those. We need to get the answers possibly back from the old timers from the CW required to get your license days. Maybe somebody there might have an answer there as to why that got started.
Yeah, we were kind of we didn't
What you
really
got
come
there,
up.
Jerome? What'd you
Yeah.
find? What'd you find there?
Well, I mean, it was similar to what we were talking about. It was it was uh, um, just history. I mean, it's just what it's been done. I don't know. Let's see. Conventional wisdom, amateur radio is that should not call CQ when using FM or VHF on EHF. Everything I'm reading is just saying, just do it anyway. It's not, you're not hurting anybody.
Wikipedia has history and usage in that link I just posted there.
Okay. Yeah, let me bring that up here. Yeah. Originally used by landline telegraphy operators in the UK. Let's see, in the word secure, security was used to mean safety or pay attention. Letters CQ, when pronounced in French, resemble the first two syllables of sécurité.
Okay, that's for CQ definition and reasonings and whatnot for CQ. What we're looking for is the reasoning for them using
VHF or
why they say monitoring. This is your call letters and monitoring when you're looking for a possible contact.
Right.
See, this is what the gal out at ARRL trap she fell into.
Gotcha.
She got hung up on the CQ. Well, that's not what we were asking. What we were asking is why is the term protocol monitoring?
Because this hobby's 150 years old and people have a hard time changing and accepting that CQ's probably just been in media and movies, and newcomers think it's probably not a problem. I don't think it's a problem really. I mean, probably it's just what's been done for a long time.
Yeah, it's not a problem. It's just that when they ask you why the difference, it would be nice to have a knowledgeable reply, a knowledgeable answer, and I have no problems with somebody coming on there and saying CQ. I'll be more than glad to answer them because I understand. That what they're looking for there, but somewhere along the line, that we seem to have a lack of reasoning as to why the difference.
Good question. Yeah. Yeah. Not saying anything particular why it was never common to call CQ on a repeater.
Well, our repeaters and our UHF and VHF and just basically our line of sight, so to speak, communications, with our repeaters and handhelds and whatnot, uh, you know, is kind of a different environment versus the HF bands, where we're going out and placing calls to global stations, worldwide stations, where CQ has always been the base line there for putting out a call, seeking a contact. So there's whole two different worlds here: CQ for HF and monitoring for the local activities.
See, and I think they're two different things.
Anyhow, I thought I'd just throw that out there. Sorry to stir things up like that.
I think they're two different things. I think when one says they're monitoring, is they're not necessarily looking for or making a general call for contact. They're just advising others that they're monitoring the frequency in case they need assistance, or travelers need directions, or whatever it may be. And particularly in I know there's those that get on regularly and monitor just for that reason and announce their monitor. And also when you're handling traffic, one would do that in case somebody wants to pass traffic.
Yeah, good question though. Yeah, don't know. We'll have to. Maybe one might be one for the ages, but hopefully we'll get an answer eventually on that one.
Yeah, I'd like to have something that I can pass along to the individuals when they pop that question at me. I hate to not have a good viable answer as to why the different protocols, but I don't see why anybody should have a problem with them using CQ, but it seems to raise some questions, and I would like to have a good answer and in references to why for those when I'm asked.
Yep.
Some people are difficult would be the answer.
Just curmudgeons. Yep.
That's right, trolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 8 people now. I think this is the fewest people we've had on one of these Elmer sessions, but definitely glad to have everyone here. If anybody has any questions or comments, let us know. We have another 25 minutes or so until the meeting starts. Let's see if I can bring some things up in the meantime. It looks like the April version of QRZ has been released, or QST, excuse me. I guess I closed it. Let's see what they have here. It's a pretty cool looking front page here. blue skies in VHF. We'll have to check into that. It looks like mountain region behind it. It might be something from here. We'll see. Let's see cover. As evening spring approaches and looking forward to sunnier skies, Peter Vizzi, AF7GL, operated from his setup on Crystal Mountain in Pierce County, Washington, at elevation of 69.98 feet above sea level. Earned a first place finish in the Northwestern Division and fifth place in W/VE in single operator portable category. So, pretty neat looking photo that he had shot there.
What's on page 93?
What's on page 93? Their numbering is a little bit weird.
Oh, just passed.
Look at there. Yeah, no, there you go. Okay. Celebrating our legacy, how ham radio has changed his career path, by Fred Hart, A0JK, published in QSD. Very cool stuff here. As a teenager, fascinated by forestry until the day a librarian directed him to an adventure novel about forest ranger living on an isolated island in Lake Superior with his two sons. And that was... you have it on your page. It's like something Islands or something, or
Isle Royale.
Isle Royale, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, really, yep. Turns out the novel was more about amateur radio than forestry. Even the father in the story was a forest ranger, his son aspired to have a career in electronics and radio communications. Spent most of his spare time building radios and talking with friends, mainly maritime mobile radio operators. Many adventures of this young ham changed Fred's mind about having a career in forestry. Trips to the library shifted from collecting forestry books to collecting books about amateur radio and electronics. He also claimed free articles, catalogs in pursuit of acquiring parts to build radios. Earned his radio license by studying books from library and ARL. Was able to eventually go up to amateur extra class and achieved 25 words per minute through on-air contacts at ARL code practice transmissions. Looks back and remembers the exhilaration, pride, and achievement provided by this wonderful hobby. He hopes more hams today get to experience the same gratification he had by achieving a working knowledge of the world of electronics and radio communications. Very cool, Fred. That is really neat. Yeah. Don't ever hesitate to write into the ARL, and they might publish you. So.
Yeah,
cool stuff.
It was fun. It was fun.
Very neat. Very neat. Yeah, I was looking into that iRoyal book a while back. I forgot about that. Let's see.
Yeah, it's up in the Superior, Lake Superior, right up at the Canadian border, and the novel. There it is. That's it.
Yep.
And as a younger teenager, it really caught my eye, and not to mention the fact that it made quite an influence on me. So it was a great read.
Very cool. Yeah, Isle Royale Calling, published by written by Helen Cloutier. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I gave up on the forest ranger pursuit when I found out it took 6 years of college, and I figured I was going to be just lucky getting out of high school. Hi.
Gotcha. And look at you now. Yep. Very cool. Very neat. Well, that was part of that. There was very cool stuff there. And latest April edition, page 93 at the bottom there. Our own Elmer, A0JK. Very cool. All right, what other articles do they have in here? I'm sure they got a lot of stuff going on here. Second Century from the president. Let's see, radio configurations for elevated four-square arrays. Improved DSP filter. A potato-powered transceiver. That's too good not to click on. explore the sub-watt realm with an ultra-low power rig powered by potatoes. By Hiroki Kato, AH6CY. Let's see. As we have done some, you may have done in your early childhood some experiments with potatoes. Wow, yeah, this is pretty crazy stuff here. Neither the size of the potato nor the distance between the two electrodes made any difference. Increasing electrodes contact surface area did increase the current output. There's a lot to go into here. The first part of it is that many of us fondly remember playing with potatoes or lemons to make a battery in our grammar school days. He decided to revisit that fun as well as take a serious look at how much electric energy potatoes can generate. He wanted to find out if it was possible for potatoes to power a QRP less than 5 watt rig. Let's see, the RF meter designed measuring down to 1/10 of a milliwatt. Let's see, so his photos here, he's showing 3.5 volts DC, I think. There's probably some better information, but who knows? There are many things you can do with a 1 to 2 milliwatt QRP transceiver. As an example, he built a 6-cell battery from shredded microwaved lemons. It generated 6 volts at over 40 milliamps and smelled well. Interesting part of it is advantages when you are a portable bar operation. You can just eat your battery or throw it away a lot easier than a battery. That's kind of funny. I see some more people have joined. Thanks for being here this evening. We have another 20 minutes or so. This is the Elmer session. If anybody has any comments, questions, let us know about electronics, ham, radio, s.t.e.m. This is for us, for the group. So we've been talking for the last 40 or so minutes. If anybody has anything, let us know. All right. What else? Field Day is coming up soon. We'll be announcing more stuff with that. More information on arl.org/field day. Last week of June, 25th, 26th. We're still planning on having that take place at the Prospect Arena. And we'd love to have any help. So if you want to help with that, we have many positions open, and I'll be putting out some volunteer things open up. Let's see. I can quickly play a few minutes of our video from last year, just to get you in the mood for that if you wanted. Where did that go here? Maybe. We showed up and pre-staged the vehicles and planned out how we would set the field day up. Saturday morning, we had plenty of help to come set up the crank-up tower and the antenna.
Antenna set up as well as operations, so feel free to come hang out now if you like.
Roger, I'm on my way. I only live a mile or two from the site. W0JSL clear.
All right, sounds good. This is K1 DBC for the Denver Radio Club Field Day. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
I think the rope's on the director's set.
At one point, we had quite torrential downpour, but operations didn't stop. So that is something that we can look forward to this year. So definitely need as much help as we can get. Yeah, so look for more on that. What else? Does anybody have any comments, questions, anything else so far for this evening's Elmer session? Let me know. what you're missing here at Field Day, just torrential downpour. We used HP Toughbucks running Windows 10 and M3FJP Field Day contesting logging software, and we had everything networked up, so we knew all the contacts that we were making. As well as an ICOM IC7300. So yeah, I'll put a link into the chat if you wanted to check that out on your own time. You're more than happy to do that. Definitely be trying to do something similar for this year's, taking photos and videos, and we're going to try to have some additional social media presence. So don't hesitate to take photos yourself, take videos, and we can compile them into a video for this year's Field Day. So what else? There's probably a couple stories I could bring up. I was saving for a few more people to join here. Over on hackaday.com, an article written by Donald Papp on March 12th, the ice fishing tent makes winter ham radio comfy. Cross-pollination between different activities and industries can yield some pretty useful techniques or product combinations. And Steve shares some details on using ice fishing gear to make winter ham radio activities more comfortable and portable. With the help of a folding tent shelter, Steve was able to create a minimal and self-contained field station that hosted all his needed equipment, and with the help of a small propane heater, stayed quite comfortable during the 24-hour winter field day. So, pretty interesting stuff there. Go ahead.
Hey, Daron, I dropped the link in for an ARRL page, and if you go down to FM repeaters, there's a little dissertation on when to use monitoring. Click the plus on the FM repeaters, go down.
Oh, it's right here. Okay. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. If the repeater is quiet, pick up your microphone, press the switch, and transmit your call sign. For example, this is K1DBC monitoring. This advises others on frequency that you have joined the system and are available to talk. After you stop transmitting, the repeater sends an unmodulated carrier for a couple of seconds to let you know it is working. If you had just joined, we were talking about why the usage of CQ is not prevalent on VHF, UHF repeaters. It is not good repeater etiquette to call CQ. You're not trying to attract the attention of someone who is casually turning his receiver across the band. Except for scanner operation, there just isn't much tuning through the repeater bands, only listening to the machine. So I guess to that point, people aren't really tuning around there. They may just be stuck, or they may be on one frequency for quite a bit, so it's not necessary really to call CQ. If you want to join a conversation already in progress, transmit your call sign during a break. Yeah, so that maybe potentially doesn't really give us the history of it, but just in general, kind of an additional repeater etiquette for not using CQ over VHF, UHF, but it's not anybody who frowns on it. Yeah, we welcome everyone.
Well, and I would disagree, because so many people do scan. It's like if you, say CQ several times, then it's possible that they'll be able to figure out where you're at and can come back to you.
True. Yeah. I mean, our radios have 120 something channels, and some of us do use the scanning functionality. And yeah, there are times when it'll stop because it hears somebody, and then it'll keep going, and then I have no idea where that was. So yeah, that's
exactly.
Where did you find that? That's zeroing in on it right there.
I clicked on that. Click the link that I dropped in the chat there, Fred.
Okay, that's zeroing in. Thank you.
Yeah, if you go down to the FM repeater on that list, it'll tell you.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Okay, well that helps answer that question that we were asking. Very cool. What else here? We have another 10 minutes or so here until the nets or the meeting starts. I don't see K6HTV on here yet, but when they do jump in, we'll make sure things work if we need to. What else? Last minute stories here.
Yeah, he's in the participant list. He's the last one down there.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that. Sorry about that. Oh no, that's K6HTV, not K6HTV. Yeah, I'm looking at that wrong here. Yep. Okay. Retroocular is just a series of retro electronics and articles. This one's titled "Measuring TV Audiences with the Polometer." It may come as a shock to some, but TV used to be a big deal. Sitting down in front of the glowing tube for an evening's entertainment was pretty much all I had one to do. 1950s America, they faced a bit problem providing to the customers exactly how many people were reaching their ads. Okay. In this 1950s 56 video here shows one attempt to answer that question with technology. Film features the Polometer system, a mobile electronic tuning recorder built by the CalBest Electronics Company. Not a lot of technical information is offered, but let's see. Safe to assume by receiving emissions from the TV sets, local oscillator, which would leak a signal from the TV. Maybe you can spy on what people were watching. Similarly, in the UK, they have license fees for television. And they have a similar enforcement team to the FCC has. Enforcement vans and things like that. So, yep, it's pretty interesting. What the government monitors and needs to understand, and so yeah, pretty cool stuff there. Another few minutes here. If anybody has any other last minute things here, don't hesitate to let me know. Otherwise, I'll just bring up a couple more things here. What else do we have? I don't have a ton more, really, at the moment. What else?
And Ron, I'm sorry, our speaker tonight is Jim Andrews, and he's in the participant list there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I see. Sorry. Okay. Yes. Yep. My bad. Yeah, Jim, if you want to test anything before the meeting, don't hesitate to do so. Let's see. Looking at somebody's back in ham radio after 10 years. They bought themselves an FT-DX10 HF 50 megahertz transceiver, as well as an Anytone. It looks like a D878 or something like that, a DMR Brandmeister. So looks like they'll be busy get things set up for themselves. Odd call sign here: 2 Echo 0 India Alpha Romeo. Where is that even from? RSGB. Oh, okay, it's Great Britain. That is a UK call sign. 2 Echo 0 India Alpha Romeo. Pretty interesting. Yeah, don't hesitate to nudge your friends or your youth or whomever to. There's plenty of stuff to do in this hobby, other than just speaking on the radios. If you want to do that, that's fine. There's plenty of stuff to do though. So, anybody has anything, let me know. Looking a pretty cool photo here. Somebody went on family vacation to the Gulf Coast. They did some parks on the air at really widescreen shot there. Yeah, down in Florida, it looks like there. Many contacts there. Looks like a lot of receive contacts there. NFED half wave from, I'm not sure what this is. Not sure what that is. NFED half wave antenna. Looks like vertical on the beach. Yeah, pretty cool stuff there.
Multiple bands, or what did they?
What did he say here? Yaesu FT891 with a Bio-Inno 9 amp hour battery. Tune, he did 15, 17, 20, 40. It looks like that's what he was. I don't know. We can find it, though. Well.
I wonder what mode he was using. He or she.
Yeah. If I had their call sign, I could find it, but that's not a big deal. Yes, you always can check out the PSK reporter map. Similar to what he was showing in the photo there. You can put in your call sign or somebody else's call sign and see if they've heard you or if you've heard them on different different bands or modes. So if you ever are using digital modes like FT8 or something like that, let's see where these, all these PSK, Whisper, all these sorts of things, you can tie them in and you can have a better understanding of where your signal's actually getting. So pretty cool stuff there. Okay, just a couple minutes left here. About 30 people. Appreciate everyone being here. I guess very quickly to wrap things up. My name is Jerome, call sign K1DBC. This was the Elmer session for the Denver Radio Club. More information on our website, W0TX.org. We'll be starting our meeting here in about a few minutes. I helped to host the Wednesday night Learning Net, very similar to this evening's Elmer session, just a general Q&A about ham radio, whatever you want it to be. So we're on the air, 145490. We also on YouTube. You don't have to check that out if you don't want to, but / my call sign K1DBC. I live stream it on there. You can contact us, Elmer at W0TX.org. So if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out or jump on the air. Let's see here. Yep, Elmer at W0TX.org. That'll go to our education coordinator, AA0JK, Fred Hart. All right. Looking at a photo of JY1, which is, I'm guessing, Jordan Prince or
Wasn't it Sadat? Can't remember.
King Hussein of Jordan. Yeah, King Hussein of Jordan. So a lot of interesting stuff there. Just a minute left. If anybody has any last minute things, otherwise we'll probably just go into the meeting here. All right. Pleasure doing this. I really appreciate everyone being here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and stop sharing, and we'll probably get the meeting started here in just a minute.
Okay, Jerome, looks like we're pretty close.